Hi, Laura here. I wanted to offer a tapping session that could potentially help you bring some more peace and understanding and harmony into your heart, regardless of the state of the world. And I think that when deep feeling women like us, we look out into the world and we see all of these really awful things happening, really horrific things, lots of injustice, we tend to feel selfish or guilty if we want to prioritize our own peace. It's like, how can I just go on with my life knowing that these things are happening? And I know for me personally, uh, that has been a big theme of my life is being able to be so aware of the suffering of the world and then figure out how to actually live a life, knowing that those things are happening. And I think what's happening right now in the world is really front and center for everyone. And it feels very messy and very complicated and yet also so simple at the same time. Can we just stop killing each other? Can we just treat each other with humanity, with kindness? And it can feel very hopeless and powerless. And so I wanted to offer you a tapping session today that I hope can help create a little bit of space to welcome in a little bit of that energy of peace, that peace into your heart. I know for me, uh, uh, when I became um, fully embodied in my belief that everybody has the ability to overcome and navigate anything that they face in their life, any card that life hands them, that made a really massive difference for me in feeling free to live my own life. And, as somebody who worked in child welfare for a really long time, it took a long time to get to the place where I can believe that now. And I don't say that lightly. I understand that it's very, very hard to conceptualize when people are being really, when there's a genocide happening or people are being really brutally victimized and murdered. So I definitely don't say any of that lightly, but it actually doesn't serve humanity for us to feel like we need to hold the weight of that in order to ease someone else's suffering. It actually doesn't ease somebody else's suffering. It adds to it. We are adding to the weight of it. So the more peace we can hold and the more potential for a peaceful resolution we can hold, um, the the more likely it is that that's going to happen. All right, so I want to lead you through this tapping session today. I will keep it short and sweet, but you are, as always, welcome to repeat it as many times as you need. And our goal here, sometimes people ask me, like, well, how do I know when I have, done it as many times as I need? And it's when you are feeling, you no longer have feelings of like constriction or anxiety or tension, whatever is coming up for you in your body, that has eased. And you now are even if you get to a place of, I am open to seeing this differently, or I'm open to the possibility that maybe something good can come of this, or I'm open to the possibility that me holding this frequency of peace does actually serve the world. Like, even just being open to that possibility means that you have shifted, and now you can keep going and you can fully embrace that belief. But even just being open, I would say that's a really good goal for today. All right, so when you're ready, if you're new to tapping, this is like Simon Says, you simply follow along. Tap where I tap. If you don't know the tapping points, you can keep your eyes open. I'll prompt you through. And when possible, I do invite you to repeat these words back out loud. But if you're in a place where you can't do that, just say them in your mind. Just allow yourself to get quiet. And we start by tapping on the side of the hand. And let's take a nice, gentle breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's say this, even though I'm filled with grief and sadness about the state of the world, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Good job. Even though I am filled with grief and sadness about the state of the world. I want to be willing here today to be open to loving and accepting myself anyway, even though I'm overwhelmed by the happenings in the world. And I feel this overwhelm in my body. Right here, right now, I'm safe. And I want to be willing to love and accept myself anyway. Good job. Let's go to the top of the head. This heavy grief about the world. Eyebrow point. I feel so sad. Side of the eye. I feel so overwhelmed. Underneath the eyes. And there's a part of me that feels hopeless and powerless. Underneath the nose. I see all of this suffering. Underneath the mouth. And I don't know what to do with it. Collarbone point. It feels like so much. Underneath the arms. And I feel powerless. Underneath the chest. All this grief and sadness. Wrist point. I feel it in my body. Top of the head, this constriction in my throat and chest. Eyebrow point, this pain in my heart. Side of the eye, this turning in my stomach. Underneath the eyes, I honor myself for voicing this out loud. Underneath the nose, I honor the part of me that doesn't know what to do with it. Underneath the mouth, I honor that allowing peace into my heart. Collarbone point, that feels like a task. Underneath the arms, but maybe I could be curious. Underneath the chest about releasing even just a little bit. Wrist point, releasing a little bit of this grief and sadness and powerlessness. Top of the head and creating a little more space. Eyebrow point, to see this through a new perspective. Side of the eye, and create a tiny sliver of peace within me instead. All right, good job. Let's take a big deep breath. Stop tapping. So let's just check in with the body. Just tune in. What do you notice? Are you feeling any energy shifting, moving around? Maybe you feel the need to roll your neck and shoulders a little bit, help that energy move. Do some more breathing. So we're going to do one more round of tapping. And let's tap on the side of the hand, even though I feel all this sadness and grief. I'm willing to create a shift and welcome in more peace now. And I choose to love and accept myself in the process. Good job. You're doing great. Top of the head. All this heavy grief and sadness. Eyebrow point. It's time for me to start letting it go. Side of the eye. It's time for me to shift into possibility. Underneath the eyes. It's time for me to recognize, underneath the nose, that this is one of the ways that I can help. Underneath the mouth, I can help by holding the belief in the possibility. Collarbone point, that healing can occur. Underneath the arms, that peace is possible for all people. Underneath the chest, and I won't see that unless I can hold that peace. Wrist point. I want to be a reflection of what's possible. Top of the head. I release the need to problem solve. Eyebrow point. I release the need to choose sides. Side of the eye. Because peace doesn't discriminate. Underneath the eyes. Peace doesn't choose sides. Underneath the nose. Peace doesn't keep score. Underneath the mouth. I am allowing peace to flow into my heart now. Collarbone point. Replacing the sorrow with possibility. Underneath the arms, embracing hope and compassion. Underneath the eyes, choosing to act where I can from this place of peace and love. Wrist point, finding peace in my heart. Top of the head, so that I can reflect that in the world. Eyebrow point, all of this peace within me now. Side of the eye, and I can send that out. Underneath the eyes, holding this frequency of love and peace. Underneath the nose and sending it like rays of the sun. Underneath the mouth, anywhere that they're needed now. And tapping again on the side of the hand. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. And grasping your wrist, squeezing, big deep breath. And say the word peace as you let go. Peace. You can place your hand over your heart and just take some breaths there. As you continue to hold this frequency of peace for the entire planet, for our entire population. And truly be that peace that you wish to see in the world. Beautiful. Good job. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tapping with me today. I am sending you so much love and so much peace. And as always, if you are struggling, if you're struggling and you would like some support with your emotions or with feelings of grief or overwhelm or anxiety, send me a message. You can book a call with me. We can jump on a call and just connect about how I could support you in creating more emotional, mental, and spiritual health and wellness in your life. Okay, I'm sending you so much love. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.